Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday. I hope that you all had a really great weekend, and if you were here in the States, I hope you had a great holiday weekend. We celebrated Thanksgiving last Thursday, and I had no idea what I was signing up for when we offered to host, but it turns out that I signed up for a whole lot of work, a little bit more than I bargained for. And so I had to take several days off from recording, which is fine. It was actually kind of nice to have a little bit of a break, but I also feel a little bit out of practice. But anyway, I hope you guys all had a great, relaxing weekend and that you are excited for the start of the holiday season here. So today's video is kind of exciting because if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock and you don't read a bunch of like beauty blogs and stuff or aren't super active on social media, you may not be aware that CoverGirl is now cruelty-free. I was really excited to hear this news because probably like most of you who grew up in the 80s and 90s, for most of us during that time, and I'm sure long before that as well, if you are even older than I am, CoverGirl was our first makeup brand that we were introduced to. I can remember being in 7th grade and I dealt with quite a few breakouts back then, and I remember going to the drugstore with my mom and picking up the CoverGirl Clean Foundation to try to cover up the giant red spots that I had all over my face. I wasn't quite with it enough back then to know about concealer, so I just used extra foundation in those areas. But yeah, I remember CoverGirl being my first makeup brand that I was truly interested in. I remember reading 17 magazine, and you know, the CoverGirl advertisements were always the ones that sucked me in the most. It's just a really nostalgic, iconic brand, and when I found out that they made the decision to go cruelty-free, I was like, yes, finally someone from the drugstore is doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, at the drugstore we have NYX, Milani, Wet n Wild. There are plenty of brands that are cruelty-free, but the major ones, L'Oreal, Maybelline, Revlon, obviously not cruelty-free. And to see that CoverGirl is one of the first major ones to take a stand and say, okay, we're not doing this anymore. We are not going to continue to contribute to this huge problem of animal testing, even if it means that we potentially lose out on a certain segment of the market. I really think that's admirable. I think it's going to serve them well, and CoverGirl is just an amazing brand. Like I said, I remember my foundation coming from there, the powder. I even went with the clean powder. If you guys remember the green compact, that was the one that I went for. I used to wear CoverGirl mascara quite a bit, their lipsticks. Actually, one of my first CoverGirl lipsticks was, they came out with this, I can't remember if they called it like an ice cream collection or something, but they had an icy light pink, an icy blue, and an icy like mint green lipstick, and I had all three. And the blue and the green looked utterly ridiculous on me because it was like frosted blue and do any of you guys remember this? I really hope so. I think I was maybe in like 7th, 8th grade, somewhere around like the very early 90s. But anyway, I am so glad that CoverGirl made this leap, like I said, and in honor of this, I decided to do a Mascara Monday featuring my very first CoverGirl mascara in a while. This came out, I believe, after I went cruelty-free, so I had never had the chance to try this one. I have tried the Lash Blast, and but that was, Lash Blast has been out for a while. I can't even remember when I made the decision to go cruelty-free, but I do remember trying the Lash Blast in the past. But I figured that this was similar, but I don't think that it is. The brush is totally different. So, but anyway, I was walking with my happy little butt around Fred Meyer right before Thanksgiving, so I was doing a bunch of holiday shopping, and I went and I picked this up. So this is what the packaging looks like. CoverGirl still is, I feel like, very no nonsense with a lot of their packaging. It's not super frilly. A lot of it isn't very like complicated or pretty in any kind of way. So I feel like that can be really great, as well as, you know, beautiful excessive packaging. So anyway, the simplicity of this did appeal to me. So this is the, like I said, Full Lash Bloom by Lash Blast Mascara, touchably full lashes. The brush intrigued me because it's a plastic bristle brush, which I normally don't love, but it looked like there were quite a number of bristles on here. One of the things that I don't like about these plastic bristle brushes is that sometimes they're like too far apart, and if the formula is really wet, it can lead to that like clumped together spider lash look, but like it's hard to comb out because if the formula is really wet, it never really truly looks separated to me. I am so picky about mascara. It's actually kind of ridiculous how picky I am about my mascara. But anyway, I wanted to give this one a try. So let's take a look at this brush once it's coated with mascara. By the way, the color that I got is very black. Typically, I go for like blackest black or very black with a mascara if there is an option. And so these are the bristles here. There are tons of them. Some are longer than others. What I'm gonna say about this is that I think it's actually a really good brush, and I love the formula, but we'll talk about that in a second. One thing I do wanna warn you of is that these spikes are, like, they're not, when you touch them, they're kind of forgiving, but I feel like when you poke yourself in the eye with this, you gotta be careful with this one. You don't want to attack your eye. I like to go in very gently with this one because the first time that I went at my lashes, I totally poked myself in the eye, and these are some painful spikes. These are very sharp little spikes on here, so do be careful. I do appreciate that there are some shorter spikes around the end as well. I really like the stopper that's in here. I feel like it pulls off just enough mascara while still leaving a good amount. The formula to start out with is not too wet, not too dry. It separates beautifully, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake at any point during the day, and it doesn't transfer. I can use it on my lower lash line. It does add a little bit of length, and I feel like it adds a natural volume to my lashes. This is not crazy volume, but there's a lot of days where I don't necessarily want that. If I'm not doing like a super heavy makeup look, or if I don't want to look really made up, this has been providing some really great natural volume to my lashes. I like this mascara, you guys, and I think at Fred Meyer, I think I paid $9.99 for this. I actually had a little bit of like a, it's kind of expensive mascara moment. I think it's been a while since I have purchased drugstore mascara on any kind of regular basis. I mean, I've tried some Essence, but like the Essence stuff is usually pretty cheap. It's like $3.99, $4.99. So it had been a while since I had purchased a mascara from like a major drugstore brand, and it threw me off a little bit because I was like, geez, like 10 bucks. I mean, another $10 and I can get like a Stila mascara, or, you know, a little bit more and I can get the Kush from Milk, or, you know, there's any number of mascaras that are in like the kind of like $20 range that are really good. But I have to admit, this is really good. The price, it has gone up since I have been buying drugstore mascara, but it's not like, it's not bad. Quite frankly, it's cheaper than what I have been buying at Sephora, so that's good. I do have another option now. I really am excited to go back to the Lash Blast after this tube. I will totally repurchase this one. You can obviously get CoverGirl at Ulta too. And honestly, had I been at Ulta or anywhere near Ulta, I would have just bought this there for the points. So I'll link this down below at Ulta if you happen to shop online. But if you've never tried this one and you either were or are cruelty free and you haven't tried CoverGirl in a while, check this out. Or if you're just looking for a new mascara and you're not cruelty free or anything, like this is just a good mascara. So yeah, anyway, I like it a lot. I'm a fan. I was actually really excited because CoverGirl did reach out to me and I don't know how on earth they found my channel, but they did want to put me on their PR list, and I said, yes, please. Because I mean, it's kind of a cool thing to have a company like CoverGirl contact you, especially if that was like your very first makeup brand. They sent me this really cute little bunny in PR. It's just the cutest little bunny. I showed a picture of it on Instagram. Of course, as soon as Stella saw it, she was like, oh, that is my bunny. So she has commandeered Bun Bun, and Bun Bun's in her room, but it came with a really cute little like bow that had like the CoverGirl logo on it and stuff. But anyway, it's just, I just think this is like the best possible news, and I really hope that the other brands follow suit, and I hope that eventually all makeup brands follow suit, because there really is no reason for animal testing anymore. There are so many other ways to test the efficacy and the safety of makeup products at this point. It's a completely unnecessary practice. I know that there is still tons of animal testing that takes place with, you know, within medicine, and I don't like that either. I really think there are better ways to do a lot of these things, but people get stuck in a rut and they don't want to change things sometimes. So I really hope that this is the start of something new, though, at least when it comes to the cosmetics, because cosmetics are not a life necessity. This is just something fun and frivolous, and animals should not suffer for us to get voluminous lashes. So anyway, thank you, CoverGirl. I appreciate you. And yeah, give this mascara a try if you're interested. Let me know what your favorite mascara is from CoverGirl, and maybe I'll grab that one next along with the Lash Blast. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Sorry if I rambled a little bit again. A little out of practice, but have a great rest of your week. I do have other videos planned for this week, so I have no idea what they're going to be though, so I need to put a little bit of thought into this. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.